Hello everybody, welcome back. We're going to do a stitch with me today. And for those of you that are new and are checking out the channel, I'm Jennifer of Jennifer's World of Stitches. And if you are new, thank you for stopping and checking us out. And those of you that are returning, thank you for coming and watching again. So we are going to be working on my Nutcracker from, trying to get it into the screen, from it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It is the mini version of the traditional Nutcracker. The artist is Peggy Collins, and I am working on this part of him, his little wooden arm, and we are going to get set up and get started. And I will tell you, I did find the two things of floss I was looking for. And I found them. So I can work on his arm after I finish this color that I'm working on, which is 814. So this is stitched on 18 count, and I'm doing 2/1, and we're just gonna hop into it. I've already been stitching some this morning, so I can't tell you how many stitches I'll have at the end. So far I have stitched 284, and I'm at 7% on this right now, and the total stitches for this are 74,148, and so far I've done 5,390. So we're gonna get to it, and let me see, where am I at? Okay. Okay, so I hope everybody is doing well. What is everybody working on? I am trying to focus on this, at least try to do 1,000 stitches a day on this. Or try. Notice I say try. If I can't, I may not always get to that. And I've come up with so many different rotations, it's not even funny. So what I'm going to end up doing, I was thinking about this last night, is I'm going to stitch on this until a certain time, and then at night, once I get home, or after work or whatever, or after dinner, I'm gonna pick one. I'm gonna spin the wheel and stitch on a certain one, whatever I spin that day. So say for instance, I spin tonight, I'll pick the mini Happy Village, and then do the same again tomorrow night. So tonight, so as it so happens, I did spin, and I'm gonna work on the mini Happy Village, and but this is my focus for now. I want to get this one done. I'm trying to get it done soon. Not saying that it's gonna get done soon, but as it stands now, I will probably have it done by January of this coming year. We'll see. I don't know. But if I keep going the rate I'm going, I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping, as my goal is, to finish at least this one and then go to the next mini and finish it, and because I get teased a lot that I start them but I don't finish them. So I need to finish one. So that's my plan for the foreseeable future. So we're gonna get into life. Life has been pretty good. Last week, the last couple weeks, I'll say, it's been almost a couple weeks since I recorded a video. Just the heat it's been pretty, I mean, things around here have been pretty good, but the heat, I'm gonna tell you, this heat has like driven me completely. Um, it was awful, and it last week wasn't so bad. Now Thursday, or yeah, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we were under a air quality alert, and um, it didn't really get bad. The air didn't really get bad until Friday, and because of the wildfires in Canada, and people kept saying Thursday that they could tell it was bad. I didn't have an issue with it. It didn't seem to bother me as much. But Friday, when I walked out to go to work, um, when I saw how high the air quality was, I was like, yeah, I need to mask. We were in a code purple. So I grabbed my mask because I have COPD, and I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to risk this. And yeah, so I wore a mask to and from work on Friday, and it really wasn't that bad. I thought it was going to be worse. A lot of customers kept telling me, yeah, it's bad, blah, they were having issues. I didn't have an issue, and I think part of it's because I wore my mask, but it didn't seem to be, I mean, you could see it. You could see the, the haze, the smoke, and it was gross, I'll have to say. It was really disgusting. And then uh of course Friday night we ended up having real bad storms, and it started pushing some of the air, some of that, smoke away. And of course Saturday it was fine. And yeah, it was not something that, I mean, we've had this happen before a couple years ago, and it was just gross. It was just like, yeah. But yeah, it didn't seem to be as bad as I thought it was going to be. And um but other people would probably tell you, if you paid attention around here, they tell you, yeah, it was bad. To them it may have been bad, but to me it didn't really seem to phase me. But then again, it's probably because I had my mask on, but and I had my sunglasses on, so it was it to me, it wasn't that bad. That's just my opinion. So I made out okay. But yeah, and of course because of the heat and all that and work, I didn't get a whole lot of stitching done, and I'm trying to um, get some organization done, and um, all this other stuff around here that I need to do before I could actually sit and stitch. I did most of it. I got, some things done that I needed to do, and then in all that, I re I started my Scentsy up again, and this time I have a director that's really hands on. She's with me every step of the way. She's showing me what I need to do, and not saying that, my other director, sponsor, or whatever she was called wasn't, but she's there, she's helping. So, which is a good thing. And so she wants me to finish all the training first before I actually do anything. And even though, she said just follow what it says, and I did. I'm, doing the steps that I'm supposed to do. And then I'll have my launch party and all that good stuff. I'm excited because my daughter is excited. she got a um, wax melt warmer and for her room, and she's now all about the melts, and she's she's excited for me because now I can, we have all these melts that she wants. So, um, and she's already made a wish list. I have a wish list. So, which is, I knew that was going to come. So she, and of course, s- um, Harry Potter birthday sale we were having, and yeah, she was like, "Oh my gosh, mom, they have a scent for Harry Potter." And I'm like, "Yes, they do." And she was totally like into that cuz she loves Harry Potter, and we watch those over the holidays. We rotate them out, and either Christmas or Thanksgiving is when we watch them. And yeah, so she's all about that. And so yeah, she was thoroughly and pleased and excited, and um so we got that. Yeah, that was her big thing of the day. And so we just got some other stuff done. And I had to take my books off my bookshelf to clean it off because I have a bookshelf in my bookcase in my room. So I cleaned that off, and they put the books back up. And then I had the bookshelf or the bookcase that I bought for out here. I got that situated where I wanted it. And so yeah, things are starting to get a little organized. It's going to take me some time. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't realize how unorganized I was in this little itty bitty 3-bedroom apartment. And that's being honest, because I was just like, really? So I had no idea. And I organized around my desk, and um, got, that all situated. And between that and work, I haven't really had time to do any kind of stitching. It's been kind of hard to do stitching. And I mean, I've maybe done, maybe if I'm lucky, uh, maybe 20, 30 stitches. And that's kind of embarrassing. I mean, yeah, for me anyway. Because I'm one of these ones that can sit down all day or all night and stitch until 9, 10 o'clock, and then go back and go to bed or read or whatever. And I wasn't doing that. And I think part of it was because of the heat. The heat was taking, I mean, it was like it was soaking energy from me. And I said, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. It was just like I just had no um, energy, and I just ended up reading. And I'm, I did I finish a book? I'm going to tell you, I don't really know. Um, I'll tell you, I have my reading journal over here so I can tell you. I did finish a book. I think I finished just one, um, which is fine. It's not, but this is my reading journal. And let me see, what did I finish? I finished, or no, I haven't finished anything. I am still listening to one. I'm listening to a book called The Thicket by Noelle Hilly, and it's a mystery thriller. And the description is: Nora can't stop thinking about the night her brother died. She was supposed to stay with him at the Halloween carnival. He begged her to stay, but they fought, and Nora left him alone in the woods. that was before she realized there was a real killer lurking around. So this one is pretty good. I've only gotten um, into the first maybe half an hour, and I'm going to sit down at some point today and finish it and listen to it. It's really good so far. I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to finish it. And um, I do have a couple that I need to review for book, do a book review for NetGalley. And then, yeah, and I'm just trying to read the ones that I have on my Kindle, because I didn't realize until the other night when I was um, sitting reading one of the books that I am not reviewing, but that's on my Kindle. I was like, holy crap, I have all these books. So yeah, I need to sit down and like finish all these books, and or start them and get them read and so forth, because I had no clue. It was just like, oh, these are all on here, and I had no idea. So yeah, and I need to sit down and do my to be read list and all that stuff, because I had no clue. So some point today, I'm gonna sit down and do that and do my TBR list and write it down, and then yeah, then I can start crossing it off and all that stuff. I'll probably do that um, at some point when I go to take a break between this and before I start my one for that I'm going to work on tonight. And yeah, so it's been kind of busy, and I feel good about getting some of the stuff done that I needed to get done, and still a work in progress. So I got a lot more that I need to do, and I never used to make a list. I thought lists were just a waste of my time, and so I started, every morning when I plan, I make a list. And one day I sat there and I was like, wait a minute, when did I start doing this? So I realize now they're not, and it's helpful. So I have a couple, still have some things left on my list. I have this big, huge list, and I'm just doing it, slowly, and when I can, I'm not trying to do it all at once, because that wouldn't work. So we are, excuse me. I mean, the kids are helping. I mean, Sky is helping, Miranda's helping. So it helps, that some of it gets done when I'm at work and so forth, and they cross it off, and um, I still have some left to go, so I'm not like stressed about it, and just trying to get some stuff done and get the majority of it done, so that way, it'll be done and I don't have to deal with it anymore. But then again, knowing me, I'll, have to end up doing it again, as I always do. But at least, it'll be done and over and all that good junk. And I hope you all can see what I'm doing. I really do, because um because I can't see the camera and what it's showing. All right, so yeah, so I've been trying. I do have a new app that I'm using for tracking books, and I've kind of um, started using that, and I still use my Goodreads. Um, only thing is it has a calendar view, I do believe, is what uh, I saw when I looked at the app. So I just have to figure out, you know, how to access that part of it. But it's called Bookmori. It's I found it on Bookstagram. Somebody, one of the other creators on there, she was telling me about it, and so I said, you know what, we're gonna try it. So we're gonna see how well that works. It seems to be working so far. I mean, when I, you know, remember to do it and use it, and which lately I didn't read today. I wanted to get some of this stuff done, and I wanted to sit down and stitch because I felt like I was, you know, kind of, I don't know. I didn't lose my stitching bug, but I really need, this is basically, this week is my catch up week because I have at least 3 days off, and only because my supervisor was like, I'm giving you some extra an extra day next week. And I was like, why? And she's like, because I know you have to walk here, and I know how bad it was in the heat and so forth. And I was like, you don't have to, but okay, thank you. So this is basically my week to catch up, and I'm watching, just got done watching Teresa Little Stitcher, and also um, I just got done watching her, and I'm gonna go and watch um, some more YouTube and some more people, and then I'm going to um, I'm gonna stitch, and I'm also gonna listen to my book. So it's I'm hoping to get, a lot done, especially on this, before I have to rotate it to the one I'm gonna stitch on tonight. And then, yeah, then I'll, do the same thing again. Don't, I'm not gonna stitch in tomorrow morning because I have to work. So I'll probably, spin again tonight for tomorrow. We'll see. It just all depends. What I decide to do. I don't know. But other than that, we between this heat and air quality, we've just been kind of taking it easy is what I guess I want to say. So we between that and got little dude his new mattress. He needed a new mattress, so I got him his new mattress, and he's got that set up. And I washed his comforter, and now he's got that all situated, set up in his room. And um, then um, then uh, we're kind of set on that department for now. And yeah, so I think we're kind of okay on that department. We'll see. Just really I have to go through some stuff in the closet, uh in the hallway, and so yeah, it's it's going to be about all that's what this week is for. And then that's really really it for that whole, yeah. So I'm having issues here. Doesn't want to stay in my hand, and this glove is it likes to take the floss and kind of um catch on the floss, because these little plastic things here, and it likes to catch the floss, and sometimes it'll pull on the floss and then I have an issue, but so far it hasn't today, so that's a good thing. And let's see, trying to think where I'm at. Am I in the right spot? Yes. Okay. Having I'm having a freaking moment, because there for a minute I thought I was in the wrong spot. Um, excuse me. What else? I did start journaling. I was doing it off and on. I've been doing it off and on since I was a teenager, but I recently got into doing that, and I fell down another rabbit hole, guys. I um I have three accounts on my Instagram, which is my stitching um account, then my planning account, then um my account for, reading and so forth. And I was on my Jennifer Plans. um did I do this right? Make sure, because I can get talking and running my mouth and I goof. Okay, I did it right. Anyway, I was going through looking at, different posts, and came across this person, this creator, and I can't remember her name. And she does plan to, and she was kind of giving a tutorial on journaling and what she uses, and all that kind of stuff, and what she writes about, and I was like, well, I'm not going to get all that detailed. So I just bought one. I just went to Walmart and bought a Stayology notebook. It's 365 days in it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use it. And 1, 2, 3. So, that's what I bought that, and I bought one for my reading too. So, yeah, I'm got into that too. Got back into that. Let's put it that way. And the reading one is basically for me to write, you know, what I read about, and my thoughts and stuff, and my ratings and everything, rating that I rate the book for. And I did pick up Akhtar again, A Crown of Thorns and Roses. And even though I'm going to tell you this, my daughter, shoot, I did this. This is not, I didn't do that yet. My daughter was kidding me. It was a joke. I think I told you all about this, but this was a joke. And she just thinks it's, weird that her 56-year-old mom would read this. And because, it's spicy, whatever. And I just looked at her and I said, what, you don't think? And she's like, Mom. So, her face was funny. And I told her, I said, well, I'm going to read it. I mean, so she's like, have fun with that. And I told her, I said, well, what your version of spice and smut is probably not mine. And she just looked at me kind of funny, and she just laughed, and she hadn't said anything more about it, which is fine. And I mean, I have it on my Kindle. I just haven't finished it. I mean, I'm like I'm not even through the first chapter. So I, yeah, so that's one of my books that I need to read. Do I want to read it? I don't know. So, everybody's like, it's really, really good, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll see. Um, I don't know. Um, I don't usually read, you know, romance, fantasy. I read, the paranormal, like the witches and stuff like that, and mysteries and so forth. And I am not one of those people. So I'll see what it's about. Everybody tells me it's really good, and then I get that everybody tells me it's really good. Then I get the ones that tell me it's not. So we'll see. I haven't got that far, so we'll see. Um. So yeah, excuse me. That is on my list of ones that I need to read. And one, two, three, four, five down. So one, two, three, four, five. So yeah, we'll see. I hey, I'm I'll read it. Just don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, it was that that's a book that needs to be read. And so far, I I haven't really picked it up because when I started doing NetGalley again, I was kind of like, okay, and not that I wanted to finish the ones on my Kindle, and so I have all these books on my Kindle that I need to finish. So I said, let me finish these first. So it's there. It's just, it's got its own line of waiting, and it'll have to wait. So it's, I want to get that done. And I also want to get my, I have some on Libby that I need to finish and all that. So I've got, a bunch that I need to listen to off of Libby. And then I have some, Kindle or books that I need to read from Libby. And yeah, it's going to be a bit. But, so I'm just trying to get back into doing all this. It's kind of hard to do it all like I used to when I wasn't working, and it does make it difficult, especially when the hours I work is just kind of all over the place, and I'm really trying. So I'm I'm proud of myself. I did get a couple finished that I think I told you all about the last time. So I got those done, and um, it's just gonna take a minute, and I'm hoping, um, you know, I'll find some way to have a better schedule because I'm getting ready to change my availability for class for the school year, and we'll see. So, yeah, she might not like it too much, but that's okay. Um, especially my supervisor, she might not like it that much, but that's it is what it is, and she can like it and not, and deal with it. Um, so, um, because it's been kind of hard to do, get into any kind of uh schedule routine, and it's really been trying to plan everything around my work schedule, and then just yeah, it's been hard to do all that. So we'll see. We will see what to do. um but so, and TV wise, I've been watching TV a little more than I would have been if I was, Um, actually, no, I haven't. I say that, and no, I haven't. Um, I did watch a couple movies. Little dude wanted to watch one of the Marvel movies. He wanted to watch Thunderbolts, so we watched that. And then he wanted to watch something else, which I wasn't really into. And to be honest, I can't even tell you what it was. Um, to me, it wasn't something that I wanted to watch. So, he watched it, and I just sat here and had it on as background noise and just whatever. Um, so oh yeah, we watched Daredevil, the series, and um, then yeah, that's really all we watched. I mean, it's all we really had time to watch. So, and then he's, back in his room most of the time playing video games and so forth. And then, I'm trying to do things, and yeah, so it's been kind of crazy busy around here. And, then I feel really, really like, okay, I haven't done anything. It's been kind of embarrassing to plan out, oh, I'm going to stitch, and then, oh, I don't stitch, and it's been kind of sad. So I'm trying to, get back into the game and get back into it, because I really missed my stitching. And even though, I've been stitching, but again, it's only been 20 or 30, so many stitches, and not enough to make any kind of a difference, even though they say, oh, every stitch counts. So, yeah. So, we're going to play catch up this week and try to get, you know, something accomplished. Um, mm. So, I have decided to, along with my transcription class that I took, I decided to go back to school for a virtual assistant. And I just started the classes last Friday. And I need to do this week's classes. And then, yeah, then I can do that, then I can try to do virtual assistants. But I kind of, I don't know. We'll see. I'm taking the course. We'll see. It's just kind of one of those things where they're introducing you and so forth, and then, they'll go from there. And this week is the actual classes. And, then, we'll see. So it sounds like, at first when I was looking at it, I was like, do I really want to do this? Because it doesn't sound like, I would be any good at it. But we'll see. I don't know. It's just, we'll see. I have to get more into the class. We'll find out. I mean, I talked to the woman, the person that, is teaching it. And she was like, if I can do this, because she's an introvert, and she, we have a lot in common, honestly. So we'll see. I'm just going to go with it and see what happens, and go from there. Who knows? We will see. So that, and I can take the class anytime. I can do the classes at my own pace. So we'll see. We're gonna we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed on it. So, hmm, all right. I need to leave two. Hmm. I saw the big Haid sale, and I thought, do I really want to go there? And I didn't. I chose not to. I I would have, but I'm gonna be honest. I have 16 whips, and I really, 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 um, and I'm gonna be honest. I need to finish something, and uh, yeah, I was looking at a couple, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's some that I want, and yeah, I'm not trying to go that route right now. um, no, not right now. I mean, I would like. There's one I can't even. It's. I think it's from Sarah Marchetti, and that was bought. Somebody bought in a sale, and I fell in love. And I'm gonna be honest, I can't even remember what it's called because I'd have to go on the Facebook group and look because it was. I was just like, oh my gosh. I think it was a cat, and it looked just like um, my cat, Athena. And I thought, you know what, I really, really wanna. And then I thought, no, I need to. Yeah, I need to. Mm, I need to finish something. So I'm trying to make a dent in all these first. So, but I do have it saved in my wish list. But it's just like, yeah, I don't want to go there right now. No, I'm not gonna try. No. So it'll have to wait. It, it's yeah, it's gonna have to wait. So yeah, but that's okay. I mean, I have so many on my in my markup right now that I yeah, you have no idea. There is so many that I need to do, and it's like, hello. Uh, so, but like I said, this one is the one that I want to focus on for now, and um, I want to get this one done. So, yeah. So here we go. All right. What else can I tell you all? My goodness. I'm so like trying to make sure that yeah. Um Now I'm lost. Oh, okay. Um I'm sorry I have not been on social media a lot. I yeah, with my job, I don't get to um, post in my groups that I run or post in other groups, and it's yeah, it's really been like I feel like I'm like dropped off the face of the earth, and I don't want y'all to think that same thing with YouTube. I have um, not been promoting and getting myself out there like I wanted to, and it's because of work. And yeah, so I need to like get back out. I need to get myself moving on that. And am I in the right? Yeah, okay, I am. So confused. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to put myself back out there. So and all that good stuff. So Anyhow, how far did I go across? Okay, 3. Make sure I get this in the right spot. And then I went to pull out. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you all this story. Okay, so I am just switching over from bobbins back to the floss bag. It's just easier for me. And because I can put multiple, skeins in the bag, and then, it's easier for me to keep track of that better. Don't ask, I don't know, don't ask me, I just do. And so I was sitting here this morning and I was getting ready to pull out a color that I needed for this. And so I had this big photo box that I got from Creative Memories when I was a consultant a long, long time ago. And so I was sitting there and I was going through it, and all of a sudden I felt something wet. And I was like, what the hell? Excuse my language. So I was like, what is this? So I thought, did one of the cats do their business in my box? Well, it wasn't. It was something sticky. Don't ask me what it was. I have no idea. So Miranda comes out and I was like, this is gross. So she, she cleaned it up. She said, Mom, it wasn't pee. I'm like, okay. She said, whatever it was sticky. And I'm like, lovely. So they have no idea what it is. So we cleaned it up. I got to go and put, my bags back in order and all that stuff. I was just really, really ticked. I was like, are you serious right now? And unfortunately, the color wasn't in there. I did find it in my excess floss. Yes, I have excess floss in a container that I need to get more floss bags for. And so I was like, yeah, this is going to be fun today. So yeah, at first I thought it was one of the cats. I was ready to put one of them in timeout because I thought they did this, but they didn't. Then Skylar comes out to me and he's like, Mom, what? Freya just knocked over my cup. And I'm like, okay, well, what was it? It was my cup of soda. He had gotten some soda this morning, and around, I don't even know, I don't know, but he got some, and he had just sat it down and went to turn around for like, I don't know, even not even a couple seconds, and all of a sudden he heard it fall on the floor. So he comes out and he's sneezing and his allergies are messing up, and he's, you can tell he's not a happy person. And I said, what happened? And he said, Freya. I was like, oh. And I said, well, what did she do? And he said, she knocked it over. And I'm like, oh boy. So he cleaned it up, and he wasn't happy about it. He cleaned it up, and he's like, I'm putting her in timeout. And I said, do what you got to do. So that's what he did. And I think I goofed again. Or did I? I did. Because I didn't. Oh, I didn't do. Duh, Jennifer. I'm about dingy as all get go. I missed a row. I missed a row. So he put her in timeout, and yeah, he wasn't very happy, and Freya knew he wasn't happy, and Freya went and hid. So she, yeah, but you could hear her. She was howling away. And I went and found her and I looked at her and I said, don't even. And, so yeah, she was, she knows when she's in trouble. I'll tell you that much. Especially after she does something and she knows that we're watching. Because she goes and runs and hides, but when she does, she peeks out from under wherever it is she's, hiding from, and looks at us, knowing that we know that she boo booed. So she doesn't fool anybody. And yeah, so when she went and did it, she went and hid, and she went under my bed and hid. And I looked at her. I went in there to her and I looked at her and I said, "Uh-huh." I said, "You know better." And then I said, "No, you don't. Even though we've tried to, teach her and train her, you you know, don't. There's things that she just doesn't do." And yeah, so she knows when she does something wrong and she goes and hide. And Athena's the same way, but she, you know, she comes back out and then, starts rubbing up on me, trying to cuddle and to kiss my butt. But yeah, Freya likes to go and hide, and then she likes to go in Sky's room, especially. I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is with that, but she'd rather be in Skylar's room than anywhere else. And I think part of it is the other day, Miranda and I were sitting in my room. We were I think we were folding laundry or something. And Freya was in my room. Athena wasn't. Well, Athena likes to sit on my pillow of my bed, on my bed. So Athena came in there because she wanted to be in there. Well, the next thing I know, Freya decides that she's going to hiss at her and try to attack her. Well, I said that, no. So I put, Freya in the carrier, and she just looked at me. And I looked at Athena, or Ariel, or not Ariel, Miranda, and I was like, seriously? She's like, she and I, we just ended up laughing because it's not, I mean, most of the time they're okay. Most of the time they're good. Most of the time they get along, don't have an issue. But in the morning, after Freya gets up, she starts. As soon as she sees Athena, she starts. And I'm like, yeah, not happening, because no. And they'll chase each other up and down the hallway, and I let them get, I let it go for a little while until it gets to a point where Athena starts, screeching and howling and hissing at her, and then I'm done. And Freya just acts like it's whatever. And I separate them. But yeah, they're 90% of the time they're okay. The other 10%, not so much. And I have to, it we have our moments with that one. But I mean, overall, most of the time they're pretty good. Freya doesn't like to cuddle with me. She doesn't. I'm serious. I don't think she likes me very much. But now with Miranda, she'll, because that's her mommy, she'll cuddle with her more often than not. And so most of the time she stays with her mama. And then, there's times that she's out here, but most of the time she's by herself doing whatever. So it can be fun around here at times. It just all depends on your version of fun and mine. And most of the time it just really all sense because, yeah, we have our moments in this house. It just it can be interesting. I'll tell you that much. Very much so. And I need to do this. Get in here. Okay, next. Let's see. I need to pull this out. But let's see what else. This week, my plans for this week are basically, I mean, I've kind of glossed over it, but I need to play catch up on a lot of things. And then there was a couple of things I wanted to watch, like YouTube and whoops. And there's a TV show that I want to watch. Not Netflix. Where is it? I happened to be going through Hulu the other day. I don't remember what I was watching, but it was a true crime thing. It was a true crime show, a documentary, I guess. And I can't remember what it is. Oh, I know what it's about. It's about this doctor. And I forget what he's called. A doctor that helps with anyone that's infertile. And so he's a doctor, and all of a sudden you find out he has over 100 children by different mothers. And I don't find, I don't even know how to describe, I think it's weird, and I think it's disgusting. So I want to, kind of watch it to see what the deal is, because this dude sounds like, yeah, a piece of work. And I'm just like, I watched the trailer and I was like, okay, already. Yeah, So, yeah, I was kind of like, okay. So we're gonna see what that one's all about. I have a lot of things I need to catch up on. Reading, stitching, you name it, and TV. So I got a lot of stuff to do. And I mean, with me having these 3 days, 4 days off, I can play catch up. So that's my plan. We will see if it happens. So I'm gonna hop off here, and I'm going to get my stuff done, get some more stitching done, and hopefully have a good week. So I hope everybody has a good week, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.